Yeah! Hello, welcome to Andertons TV. My name is Jack, and this is...
Daniel Bingham.
And I'm flying today with the Maltese Falcon. What are we doing today, Dan?
A lot of blindfold testing.
A lot of blindfold testing, and this is our third one of the day. These videos are going to be coming out as and when, and this one is going to be the battle of the 88-key stage pianos, kind of money, no object, best in the store. I'm going to just set these three up. Just to run you through what we're about to do, we're going to play a sample, a piano sample, a Rhodes sample, an organ sample, and a Wurlitzer sample. So P-R-O-W, prow or pro. Listen to your comments on another 88-key video we did, and I'm going to take off all the effects on these. The first one you're going to play are the piano samples. So there'll be no reverb, and it was the first patch. A lot of these have different pianos, but we're going to go with the first one. All have the relevant sustain pedals. I'm waffling on. Quick edit whilst we get this in place, and we're going to rock it, all right? Fist bump. Daniel Bingham.
That's me.
The floor is yours. Again, we listen to you. We've got all three out, so you can go back and forward wherever you may wish to roam.
Starting with pianos, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's going to his left.
I'm going left. Okay.
Always hangs a little bit to the left.
Oh, sustain pedal's getting caught in my long cable.
Brilliant.
Okay. Okay, it's very hard when you go up there. It's so difficult.
Yeah, because people were slating you for not exploring the range of the keyboard. Go put a blindfold on at home and give it a go, I'd say.
Yeah. Yeah, okay,
Woo!
nice.
Let's move you around to the right, because we're going to push for scores on these after you've gone round.
Okay, in terms of the individual samples or just the overall?
On the terms of, yeah, so piano, and then we'll go round and do a round of Rhodes, round of organ, round of Wurlitzer.
Okay, let's just get my bearings a little bit. Okay.
If you want your pinky inserted, let me know.
Okay, just left, just I wanted a C, just a low C, a very low one.
That's the C, that is the C.
Okay.
Oh.
It's nice, okay, cool. Okay, cool. Yeah.
Dropping bombs, Daniel Bingham.
Okay, cool.
He's a harmonic terrorist dropping bombs. Just between those two, feel-wise, what were you thinking and initial impressions?
Okay.
You can go back and forth.
Okay. This feels better. I'll try and find the same chord. I feel like I prefer that piano sample. Oh, I don't know, again, this, just because they're very different, it would be hard to...
We've got a third one.
Okay.
Like all good political systems, we have a three-party system going on, and he's in.
Yeah, amazing. Very nice. Really nice.
Right, quick play between all three. Have a little fiddle, and then we'll get your scores because we've got to get through our prowl.
Cool. All right, we'll do the same thing in each, and you know, people will be able to make their own minds up as well.
Deep fingers on the piano.
Okay, cool. This one. Yeah, okay, cool. So that's the three.
That's a three.
Enough to be able to speak about the pianos and the feel and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're just going to go for scores on the door, and then we'll talk about, you'll get, hopefully grow more accustomed to each piano and make a decision on the feel later on.
Yeah, okay.
Initial reactions, Daniel.
Okay. All very good. None are, you know, I think probably when you get this price range, it's going to be down to personal preference. But for my personal preference, over on the right is the best.
Yeah.
It's not quite as realistic, but I'd really enjoy playing this one. So this probably comes second in terms of my scoring for my initial.
Yeah,
thing.
we'll just do first, second, third on these.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Sick. Back in the room, I very quickly ran around the keyboards and switched them to a Rhodes patch. These all have a lot of Rhodes patches in these keyboards, not to give them away, but you'd expect it, like Dan said, at this price point. So, Dan, with no effects on, do your thing, man.
Okay.
Rhodes.
Just want an A on the.
Oh, you want an A?
Help me out there.
That's a low A there.
Okay, cool. Cool. Pretty convincing, Rose.
As some of the comments said, it's like you've got an old church pastor from Kentucky trapped inside of you, mate. Just a lad from Cov.
Okay, cool.
Wicked, middle one.
Really nice. Very, very nice.
Oh,
hang
on. Give that another go. My apologies, internet.
Yeah, really nice. Really nice.
Melting faces and making babies. Right. Oh, lovely. And then over to your right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna insert your pinky on. Where do you want it?
Yeah, it's a little, I've got
Oh,
it.
you got a bit of flair there. He's got it.
I think I'm getting used to this blindfold.
Homing pigeon.
Really nice. Lovely sound. Yeah, very enjoyable.
Between that one on the right and the left.
Really likes the one on the left. Really nice. But, I mean, you know, a fairly different Rhodes patch, but still, I really enjoyed that one more so far.
What I might do is, I know this is, but I think I'm hearing a little bit, try just this one.
Yeah.
No. I'm gonna go back, sorry internet.
No, right? Yeah, very hard to do with all the bass.
And then back to the one in the middle, and then I'm going to push you for your scores, Daniel.
No worries, back to the one in the mids.
Kate Middleton.
Okay.
That's gorgeous, that one.
A beautiful Rhodes sound.
I don't mean to be... I've got to remain impartial.
Really nice.
Right, I'm going to push you first, second, third, Daniel.
First, second, third.
On to the organ. Let's sing a little song, oh yeah, no, no.
Okay.
No, yeah. Daniel, we're on to the organ section, of which you have a lovely one. But we are gonna, where do you want to go, left, middle or right?
I'll go left.
That was so bad. I apologise. I'm trying. I'm trying because I'm predicting something. I think.
Okay.
Thoughts?
Really not. It's quite nice actually.
Yeah, that sounded lovely.
It's really hard because I'm
It's
trying.
hard. Again, we've got no reverb on there,
I'm not using the sustain because you should. The real organs doesn't have one, and with the blindfold plus that, it's pretty hard to get around.
and
But
you can't work the fast and slow
Yeah.
or the drawbars.
yeah, or anything. So it's
So forgive him, forgive us. We're trying, but we thought it'd be worth it.
it's really nice actually.
Yeah, it sounds lovely, man. Lovely play it. Right, so can I
Middle.
scooch you over?
Yep.
Scooch you, baby.
Oh. Wowza. Don't want to do much playing on this one.
Yeah, okay.
No thanks.
Round to the right. Less said about that, the better.
And then I would put the fast thing, but I'm not allowed.
Oh, mate, do it. We can have a little bit, do it, play. Can we know what the winner is? Come on.
Yeah. Really nice. Yeah, really nice.
Oh, I'm sorry, internet, we got carried away. Okay, first, second, third, Dan.
First, second, and fifth.
Wicked. Stay tuned, final test, the Wurlitzer. Thanks everyone out there for staying with us. We're through to our fourth and final round of prowess. We've got the W, Wurlitzer. Where would you like to go, Daniel?
I'll go mids.
He's going in the middle.
Oh, there's a step.
When you're in the fiddle, go deep middle.
Sing it along.
Oh yeah, sitting in Andertons, playing on lots of kickballs. Maltese Falcon flying over there. Daniel dropping bombs everywhere.
Okay, cool. It's nice.
Yeah, without trem again, like we'd probably like to put a bit of trem and things on this, but. Hey! He's going round to the left.
The low end's quite weird. Sounds like digital. Yeah, not sure about this. Well, that
Cool.
doesn't sound like a Wurlitzer down there to me too much.
No.
There's like a sort of processed element to it. I mean, it's definitely not terrible.
No. And like those people out there saying exploring the range, remember, it's a 61 key keyboard originally. But I suppose that's part of what you're paying for is can they solve those problems?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. It would
Round to the
only
right?
be around here anyway. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Round to the right.
Okay. Nice.
Yay.
I mean, the best of the. Oh, hang on a minute.
Yeah, go back and forth.
I'm just struck. The comparison is that these two are both equally quite good, but just slightly different in there.
There's a nice little bit of something there.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, it's nice.
Okay, I'm going to press you for it. First, second, third, Daniel, in the final category, Walitzer. It's a tough one, right?
Yeah, because this one just got of a. I'm really not finding when I'm on the keys now, but I'm just gonna. Yeah, it's first, second, and third.
Okay.
If I'm facing the right direction.
Yeah, you're doing so well. Everyone's like, oh yeah, put more keyboards in. It can only make it harder for Dan. Right, lovely. We're going to have a high five and get to the results. Bye! Daniel successfully navigated a treacherous three-way with all these keyboards, but you've navigated a few of those before, I hear. Yeah. Right,
Keyboards,
now, as per, again, your instructions, you wanted Dan to guess what the keyboards were. So please take off your keyboards. We're going to give you your glasses. Take off your keyboards. Take off your...
Thank you. Right.
It's hot in here. Blindfold off, mics adjusted.
I'm sitting very far.
They're the keyboards you've been playing, Daniel.
Yeah.
And thoughts on these?
Now the thing is, in these ranges, I kind of.
Do you think you know which one?
I know I know which one's which in this one.
Okay, so which one do you think was the keyboard on the left?
The keyboard on the left was the. Oh, well, hang on. Do I know?
Is
Was that.
Okay.
The keyboard in the middle was this.
Yeah.
And the keyboard on the right was that.
Okay. Well, I will tell you that the keyboard in the middle was this.
Oh no!
And the keyboard on the left was this. And the keyboard on the right was that. You guessed the Nord, so.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
By the way, Dan, you can see him out normally playing drums, but he plays everything, and that's why he plays keyboard as well, and has gotten you use Nord out.
I use Nord, so that was a bit. Yeah, that was the one time in this.
You could feel it, but I thought you stayed very objective on the scores. That being in the piano department, you voted in because you see the scores now. You voted the Nord stage as your first place. The Roland as your second, and the Yamaha as your third.
Okay.
In the Rhodes department.
Well, yeah, the surprising winner, despite me thinking that the Nord stage, because I had played the piano and I recognised there was a Nord stage in the mix, I was like, well, when we switch to the Rhodes, it's going to be that, but it wasn't. For some reason.
It was
Rhodes
really
was
good.
Amazing on the Rhodes.
Multi-Falcon, you dig?
CP88. Even with the effects off, because we started with a blip with the effects, so if we were off, it was a beautiful sounding Rhodes.
Then we went on to the organ, where, again, we got a bit carried away with the Nord because it just sounded great off when you were playing it. So that won. The Roland actually came in second, and the Yamaha was so bad that you said it came in fifth place.
They just, I think, I'm not sure what they're designing those models on, but...
And a quick look at it, just to let you know, there's... You can see on the Nord stage that you've got the drawbars that you can edit there, all hands-on control. Same on the Roland, that I could have gone in and fiddled with the drawbars. It's got the slider. On the CP, it's kind of a big... If you're an organ player, I don't see how you can save yourself from that sound.
I'm not sure about that.
Yeah. But then
really
you've got to ask yourself, that's a big question for people buying Nords. Like, how much are you into Hammond organ? Yeah. If you're really into it, a lot of people spring the extra money because it is extra money.
Well, the thing is to think as well that maybe perhaps if you are taking this out to play live, which most likely you are, if you're spending this or if it's a studio and stuff like that, I think the organ, it might be a thing because, for example, the Rhodes and that was so good that you could maybe get something else to play organ on, because the pianos weren't bad either, and I'm sure there's a lot of other things on there that make it. So it's not like it's a terrible thing.
And feel-wise, you'll probably want that lighter keyboard feel
for organ. So I'm not dismissing it as a keyboard, but they just they should delete that sort of organ section.
Very democratic of you, sir. And in the Wurlitzer department, you went for the Nord as your number 1. And you went for the Yamaha at number 2. That was really tight as well.
Yeah, they got that really. That was really good as well. I think they're electric pianos, and it was between the two, and it could have been where I'm sitting in the room. It was hard to pick between the two in the Wurlitzer department.
Yeah, and so if we go lowest score winning, the Nord stage with a 5. If we adhere to your fifth place, it would end up last. But technically, it just edged out the Roland. So this was your number 1. This was your number 2, and this was your number 3.
Okay, interesting. I mean, yeah, this is so far out in front with pianos. It's so far out in front. Just the thing I harp on about is just the way that the key bed responds to the sample, and this the way that it all goes together, and the fact that the sample's the best, but the combination of all the things, and the way that
you seem very connected to this.
Yeah, and again, that's personal bias, because that's just the one that I like. And when you get to the any keyboard's about personal preference, but I reckon there's just a unanimous thing that is be hard pushed to argue.
Yeah, and we tried today. We took the reverb off. We've got all the pedals. We're trying to even it out so that it's hopefully helpful you back home as well. What we're going to do is we're going to have a little high five, and there's going to be a little secret added extra to the end of this video. You don't even know about high five.
Buff.
Okay. As a reward for making it to the end of the video, you're hearing my voice and you're looking at Daniel Bingham. We've taken the blindfold off the shackles. And what I'd love to do, we had so many beautiful comments from the people out there in the internet, mate, about your playing. And it's lovely to hear it in the flesh. Is there anything in particular, just a quick kind of keyboard hack you could pass on to us?
Yes. Yeah. Your left hand, I think that's a very important thing, and quite a lot of the fatness. If you like the broad sounding chords, the kind of things I was playing in the thing, I think we encourage people to try their best and to encourage their left hand to get a big spread. Now, rather than just like a root and feel, let's say you're playing a C major, for example, you would do it there, or you'd maybe just do, a lot of people do that when they're, whatever, so just to, octave or just one of the root note. Whereas, I think a lot of the richness, especially when you're when you're playing without a bass player, for example, and backing a singer, is to try and get more chord values in your left hand. So perhaps root, 5th, and the 3rd, or if you're doing a minor, and then it frees your right hand up to put all the crunchier notes in, but it just makes the chord sound richer. So C major rather than this or just this will come out as minor. I'll do with the fatter one. So yeah, you can't always get root, 5th and 3rd. For example, some people can if you've got huge gladiator hands. For example, when you go up to C sharp, I can't reach the. You can arpeggiate it, but you can then only get root, 5th, and then the 9th. But that's still equally as
beautiful.
Yeah. With D you can, maybe some people can, but it's just about training, because when I first started doing it, my hands weren't able to do that, and it feels like a big of a stretch, but you kind of, over time, just go up through it and figure out which ones you can do.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
That's great. And another question that we had a lot was, where do you listen? Where do you go to find music that has that in? I'd love to plug. You've got a band out at the moment, not for radio. Hopefully there'll be a link in the description below. Go check it out. We won't sell it to you too much. I can, because you're too modest to talk about it. But who were the people that got you into that style?
Gospel music has a big influence on it. When I was starting to play piano in my late teens, just because I wanted to. I was a drummer first, and then a few people, like my old drum teacher and a few people, started playing me this gospel music that just had the richest of chords, and a little light came on in my brain, and I was like, wow, that's amazing. I want to be able to, so that's what got me into playing piano. All of the harmony in that music is very rich, and, there's so many amazing artists and piano players or keyboard players in that realm that, you know.
So maybe just 2 or 3 names that people, if they like that music, they could go have a listen to?
Yeah, you could go listen to Fred Hammond, Kurt Franklin, James Fortune, Kim Burrell, all these kind of people. They've, you know, all of those fat chords. Mm-hmm. We just did some organ stuff, lots of organ playing. You know, the whole wealth of keyboards, and you know. And
I do hear a lot of comments in there, maybe alluding to a love of the horn of the.
Yes, well, I was going to get onto this. Bruce Hornsby is pretty much my hero.
It makes us laugh because he's so good.
Yeah, he's so good, and it's a different kind. It's a little bit more angular, a lot of suspended chords, but still a lot of the richness. It's kind of different from the gospel thing in a way. But you hear quite a lot of gospel keyboard players nowadays incorporating that kind of thing in it. Unfortunately, I don't know enough about theory to explain well enough what it is that makes Bruce Hornsby's playing.
And good tunes to listen to, I think, are the Song in C.
Song in C.
Yeah, Song in F.
There's also the his one with Shaka Khan.
Yeah, Love Me Still.
Yeah. Lots of fourths and stuff, do you know what I mean? I don't know what the end of it is, but you know.
Well, that brings us. Thanks everyone for sticking around. Thanks, Dan, as well. We're looking forward to doing more with you. Would you like to play us out with no blindfold?
Okay.
We've taken the condom off. It's just waiting. The Maltese Falcon will never be the same.
I'll do.
Yeah.
Bert Hornsby.